Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Running Diabetic. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to talk a bit about the shoes that I've used to run in, what I was running in and what I am running in now. So as you can see in the title of the video, it is the Asics Gel Pulse 13 and the Hoka Arahi 6. So to get into it, when I first started my running journey, I got a pair of Asics, I think they were the Contend or Contend 8 or something, but a really basic shoe, just to, kind of get into the whole running journey. And I did a couple of like 5Ks and 10Ks in them, and I made the mistake in running a 21K run in quite a cheap shoe. Not that it's a terrible shoe, it's just not a long run shoe, and it actually ended up doing more damage than good. So what I did is I went out and I got myself a pair of Gel Pulse 13s and immediately saw the difference in my running, in the way I could kind of sustain longer distances, the after effects of a run as well, and it really is a fairly decent shoe for what I was using it for. So the Gel Pulse 13, obviously from Asics, has a lot of really cool features. It's got a 10mm heel to toe drop, which kind of helps with it's quite a hard drop on the shoe, but it helps with propulsion going forward, and kind of if there are any pronating, elements in your stride. Myself, I'm a neutral runner, so I don't pronate at all, which is quite helpful because it opens me up to a lot of different shoes that I can use. The one thing that I did enjoy about this shoe in particular is the cushioning around the ankle. It's quite a nice thick cushioning around the ankle, which kind of keeps the shoe locked in. I also heel lock the laces, so the shoe doesn't move around too much. And I did quite a few runs in this. I probably clocked about 300 kilometers in this shoe in particular, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. But I did start feeling that I needed to go to something a little bit more advanced, because what I was picking up in particular with this shoe and with the heel drop of 10 mils, I was starting to feel a little bit of issue in my hip, in my ITB. It was feeling a little bit, it was taking me longer to recover after long runs, after using the shoe. This shoe will still be used for the Saturday 5K park run, for training 10K, but it is not my go-to shoe anymore because I have now adopted another shoe. The nice thing about this shoe is that this mesh upper is also really nice and cool, and it's comfortable. So I never had any issues of rubbing or my feet getting too hot in the shoe. It really handled everything quite well, and the Amplifoam foam in the sole of the shoe is super comfortable. So yeah, if you are looking for a everyday runner, or something to really go into the gym with, highly recommend the Gel Pulse 13. Having said that though, I did make the choice of switching up and moving into the world of Hoka. And let me say straight off the bat, I am a lifelong fan of this brand. One, because I love the ethics and the morals behind Asics. So Asics, their slogan is healthy mind, healthy body, or healthy body, healthy mind. I always mess that up. Anyways, I love that kind of vision for the brand. Hoka for me is a brand that, if you're not aware of them, were created by two guys in Switzerland, and they were building shoes for themselves based around the trails, like Mont Blanc and those sort of trail running, and they have now created an entire range of trail shoes, hiking shoes, road running shoes. So I picked up the Arahi 6, which is actually a stability shoe. and it offers way more stability than the Gel Pulse 13. So this only has a 5mm drop compared to a 10mm drop on the Asics, which helps so much when it comes to my running. I have done about 50 Ks in these shoes, particularly 50 or 60 Ks, and the long runs just feel absolutely gorgeous in these shoes. Like, it's an amazing feel on foot. They are lighter than the gels, than the Asics, so you don't really feel them on feet. Again, I heel lock them, even though it is a stability trainer. I do heel lock the shoe just to, not to worry about the shoe moving around too much on my foot. But if I'm honest, I don't actually feel the shoe on my foot while I'm running. It really just gives me everything that I need. And they also they've got a J technology that they use on the sole of the shoe. So you can kind of see it the way the sole moves through this J piece. And again, that just adds the stability into the shoe. So I would 100% recommend this shoe. The upper, very similar to the Asics Gel Pulse 13, very breathable, very flexible. It really feels great on foot. But it is, this is honestly my most favorite thing I've ever put on my feet. And I will continue to be using Hoka, not only for my road running, but for my trail running as well. So yeah, that is just the evolution of my shoe choices as far as road running. Because as I develop as a runner, and maybe you find it as well, as you develop as a runner, you start asking bigger questions of your equipment, and you need to match your equipment to those questions. So the idea that you can get one pair of shoes that's going to last you a long time, you may have that, but you also want, if you're only looking for one pair of shoe that you can do long runs, speed work, intervals, all of that, and not have to break the bank with 5 different pairs of shoes, highly recommend either of these, the Gel Pulse or the Hoka 6. My bet is on the Hoka 6, because it does everything really well, and it's for a variety of runners. So this is just my humble opinion on these two shoes. Like I said, I've done a number of kilometers in both. I feel comfortable in both, but I don't ever foresee myself going back on my choice to go with Hoka, because it is definitely the shoe for me. It's given me everything that I need, and it's the shoe that I'm going to be running my very first marathon in. So it's going to have a special place in my running history and journey, and yeah, so that is that. So I'd like to know from you guys, what shoes are you running in? What shoes are you excited about coming out? There's a lot of shoes that are coming out at the moment. What brands do you enjoy? You can leave a comment down below. But if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also remember to subscribe. Share it with your friends. If this helps you, that's awesome. But just remember, I will see you out there on the roads, and keep getting after it. Cheers.